What's up, guys? Today we're going to continue the Gundam 00 reviews, and this time we're going with one of the other early generation Gundams from the first season. We have Gundam Kyrios, and you can see here that this thing transforms. And if you know me at all, you know I like transforming things. Now, some of the transforming Gundams over the years, some of those have been questionable. This one is pretty cool, although it has kind of a cheap way of transforming parts of it. We'll look into that though when we actually get to it. But let's go ahead and check out the box for right now. Here we get the nice 00 logo here, HG Gundam 00 there. Great little Gundam Kyrios GN003. So it is one of the early ones. If you recall, the O Gundam is 0000. So you get a great shot of Kyrios here in his Gundam mode and over here in his flyer mode. I don't know, we'll have to look at the box. I don't remember if they call it a flyer or wave rider or whatever in the actual mode. Either way, it looks friggin' awesome. You got some shots here. They're clearly fighting on Earth in this scene here. You got a little thing of fire burning over here in the background. This is really, really cool. And this is actually from 2007. So it's an ancient kit, guys. This thing is nearly 10 years old, but it's still really cool. I just picked these up last year. Actually the 00 HG line is where I started with my HG kits. I had built nothing but master grades up till that point and some SDs. So these guys got me into it because it was my favorite series. And then we come down here, we've got Bandai, and being this is one of the older boxes, you get the illustrated by on the front. So you got Naochika Morishita as usual with all of these kits. Come to the bottom, and we've got action. You see it there in robot mode. You can see it's holding a gun, or the gun can be mounted on the arm, I guess is what it's showing off there. I want to see here. Okay, so if you look at this picture, it's mounted to the arm, but it's holding the handle anyways. Right. And here you see the knees can do things like knees do. Here you got a shot of the head. The head can do things with an arrow there. You got an open hand. That's nice. You see here, it shows off some hidden knee stuff. And you got flight position. Okay, so this is just flight position mode. And then, of course, you get some cool stuff right there with the claw knot shield. Come over here, you get descriptions, I guess. So I guess it's showing off some of the details. I guess here it shows you got some hip swagger, because some of the kits do have the ability to move the hips around a little bit. And here, I guess it's just showing off specific details. I'm guessing it's showing specifically the clear plastic parts, because you got side of the head, elbow, chest, and the knee area. And so I'm guessing this is mounted on a stand. It'll be cool, because it can fly. Come over here, and you see that it is number 4 in the series, so it's an early on kit, guys. It's an early kit. Gundam HG00, all the same read-up, Bandai. See, what's funny on these old kits, BandaiHobby.net didn't exist yet. So it's not advertised on the box. Or it existed, and they just didn't put it on the box. So you get clearly the front and rear shot, and it is a cool and very angular and pointy Gundam. I mean, look at it. There's just points and wingtips all over this guy. And you'll see on mine, compared to what you're seeing here, of course this is the professionally painted version. I did do some paint details, but I did miss some just for practicality. And we'll look at that closer when we get into actual details. I like that they always give you the details of the actual Gundam. So it's 18.9 meters tall, 54.8 tons. That's pretty heavy for something that's got to fly around. And then, of course, it's weaponry right here that I can't read, but they're GN things. Yay. Come over here. You get a read up on the Kyrios itself. I'll just leave that there for anybody who can read that. You can't read that. Then you come over here and you get a read up on the pilot. Alleluia Haptism. He's actually one of the more unique pilots of that. I mean, every one of the pilots in 00 is unique. He's slightly more so. And he's pretty cool in and of his own right. And here you get the list of the plastics. Actually, a bunch of different stuff. So you get the polystyrene, polyethylene, and ABS. And then whatever that is. They've got some of this stuff they can't even give it in English. And you get the PP. Little dude with the toilet. Hey, we're back to the warning of little things. Don't stick it in your 3-year-old's face. It'll hurt them. It was 1,500 yen, but I might have paid slightly more than that. I don't recall. These were getting harder and harder to find when I first ordered it, but now I think they're re-releasing all of them and making them so much cheaper. Yay for that, guys. But even on these old kits, the cover's still upside down. They can transform to Gundam. They can't transform the cover to not be upside down. Alright guys, let's go ahead and open this up and look at how cool it is. Alright guys, now we've got Kyrios out of its container, or technically out of my display, and sitting here looking very, very awesome. Now I really did like all of Alleluia's Gundams, because, well, all of them transformed. And something about the orange and white color scheme, even though I'm not really not big on orange, but they use it right. I mean, they could have gone overboard, but they use it just where they need to, and I really do dig this guy. I'll do a quick walk around here and you can just see how kind of, well, it's obvious that it's supposed to transform into something like a jet, because it's got big old wings hanging off the knees. It's got big angular cockpit hanging off the back, and thrusters kind of just tucked away in fun little places. Now, of course, with this, I had just gotten into painting all the fun little details on things. So actually, let's go ahead and take a look at those. Just right there on the crotch stand. We'll come in for a close-up on the face. And he does have some stickers. Now, these earlier ones, they didn't use crystal effects for the cameras. They actually used stickers. So it's got a little black and silver main camera sticker. If you look in the face, it's actually got some green and red eye stickers. And actually, the chin is a wraparound red metal sticker. This one came with a lot of detail stickers. Even here in the chest vents, those are clearly stickers. Why they couldn't just give you some yellow bits, I don't know. I think there might be a sticker inside the chest there behind the lens where the GN drive is. I don't recall. I built this last year, guys. I can't remember every detail. This whole part right here on the side is a sticker, even though it's printed in multicolors. Nice metallic red. These little stickers right here on these, well, I guess they're just crotch flaps. I mean, I don't know what purpose they serve. They're not, there might be thrusters in jet mode. I'm not entirely certain. And then you get the, if I can get it on camera, right there, the reticle or camera on the gun is a nice little sticker. On the thigh, as we talked about on the Virtue review, they all sort of had these little purple details on the legs, and I think on the arms, yep, back here on the arms too. So right in here also had these same details. And the back of the arm is it white or does it have a sticker? It looks off-white. Does it look off-white to you guys? It looks off-white to me. Not quite the same purple, but close. Alright, and then of course back here, it's actually peeled off slightly. You get a great big not cockpit sticker right there, because clearly that's not where he's piloting it from, but for some reason on something that looks like a jet you have to have a thing that looks like a cockpit. I don't understand it, guys. I don't design these things. So let's talk paint details, because there's a lot on this, guys. You can see just right back here all of these black squares, all of these little vents, everything. They're all my favorite dark gray ever. And in fact, this little spot right here, I guess because of some kind of thruster, I painted that metallic green. I went by the box art as much as I could to find out where I had to paint something, so that's what I did. You see right in there, just like all the other GN Vernier, painted them gold, because that's awesome. Here on the claw, actually I did a little bit of, looks like I used some kind of red almost as panel lining. It was probably brown, I don't know how it ended up red, but it's on there. But this is where you're going to see a lot of the detail work, like all of this inside here, these little dots. The back of these little winglets are painted there. The whole back of the shoulder right there, the entire part of the shoulder all the way around there. The little wrist area right around there. Of course, these little details up front as well. Same thing here on the crotch skirts. All of that got painted. I don't remember if that had stickers. I'm sure some of it did. Down here on the foot, this part here, these things part here on the ankle guards, the entire inside of the ankle guard, if I can even show it to you. You can see it right here on this one. So the entire inside of that got painted as well. Now, a few places I realized that I did miss it compared to the box art. Right here, this little center area right here should have been that, but that would have been a little hard to contain. I'm guessing that's why I did not paint it. Also, inside the entire back skirt, back in here, should have been blacked out as well. And then the inside of here also should have been blacked out, but that's okay. You know, it would have been maybe a little bit overboard, but it's all good. And then on the gun, just a little bit of gold detail. I don't recall if that's actually in the images or not, or I just did it. So just a couple gold spots just for fun. Now we can talk articulation. And this guy does have slightly limited articulation because of the transformation, but we'll look at it here. Come to the head. It does have a standard double-ended polycap neck, so you can actually get some decent articulation, but just like these first generations, the collar and everything around the head really does limit the rotation part, so you can't really go very far there. It looks like I don't know if it's actually, might be silver, or it might just be panel line. That little vent on the side of the head is definitely something, but you can go forward and back, you can look up and down, you can turkey neck just a bit, okay, and that does actually help in transformation as well. Talk about the shoulders, very easy all the way around. These are just a ball joint captured on this side. Yeah, it's actually a double ball joint, so it's a ball joint there, so it moves around freely here, can rotate totally there. The shoulder itself can tilt up that far, and you can bring the arm way up, and I like that. And actually bring that all the way up to there. Let me rotate the forearm. Sorry, this little back winglet here was in the way. And you can get the hey teacher. Hey, over here, me, call on me. Alright. Bring it down. You do get the forearm rotation. It can go all the way around, of course. You get to pop that off. That's okay, it was actually in the way. You get a single elbow, but you get a decent bend out of it. So it's actually pretty cool. And this thing here is supposed to be like a power strip, I guess, sort of. All of the Gundams have it, especially in the early series. Oh, that is actually the soft rubber. That's not even the plastic. I totally missed that. So on a couple of them, they do use a soft rubber on there. That is pretty cool. So it is actually a different color. I'm not dumb. I just forget things. And so then you do get the standard HG ball joint wrist. No big deal. Let's see here. What do we got in the way of? Nothing in the centerpiece. There's not going to be an ab crunch. It's pretty much solid right in the middle. You do get a nice waist rotation, but it's not going to go all the way around because of the armor. Aw, it's okay. I did not separate these just because for transformation's sake, it's better off that they stay together, though it does look a little silly. Now you can, of course, you get the hip wiggle. Hip wiggle. It's all good. Alright, and then this is where we run into some of the limited articulation because of the old times. So this is just a ball joint, not the standard new polycap leg hips, so it can only go that far. We're not getting any kind of Jean-Claude out of this, I'm sorry. But you can, well, actually, if the armor isn't completely in the way and you don't hit it with this fin, you can go out to almost 90 degrees. Yeah, I can't push it any farther, and it's not going to go very far backwards either. So leg articulation is really limited, but who cares? It flies. It's not here to walk. Alright, let's move on to the knee. You do get a nice double knee joint, but because of the way everything is already articulated, it's kind of hard to get it to fold. Yeah, that happened. Okay, so let's show that. That's as far as the leg will bend when it's completely removed. You can actually get a 180 out of it, but I can't do it whenever it's on there. Alright, so we're going to let him lay there for a second while I talk about the rest of the articulation. You do get a swivel for the ankle, but that's mostly for transformation. The ankle armor can tilt like this, also for transformation. This little foot skirt also moves. Now, one thing about Alleluia's suits, they tend to have like a very hollow foot because he tends to transform like that. So there's usually nothing along the front, but that's just there to cover that ugly hinge. So that's it. Not a whole lot of foot articulation in reality because, well, he transforms. He flies. Who cares? You don't need to walk. Turn that back this way. Go ahead and peg the leg back in place if it wants to. Hold on. Yeah, so that's about like that. So, I mean, it would have been nice. You don't get any kind of thigh swivel because of the way it transforms. I'm going to set this right here. But also the feet don't tilt, so we kind of have to stand straight up and down. Yeah, he really doesn't stand worth crap. So that's what a stand is for, right? Alright, get there. Right, okay. We'll talk not articulation. We did articulation, didn't we? We will talk toys now. He does get this really cool, like, shield the claw thingy. Now, in the actual series, you get to see him using this pretty often. I mean, as a shield, it's pretty small, but useful. As the claw gimmick, it is actually far more useful, except when it breaks apart like that. That's pretty stupid. So, you gotta split it. This is ironic because I just kind of tacked it back together because it wasn't. Okay, here we go. So you get a nice splayed open claw. Please don't break. It's just it is not going to hold on to it. It's that weak of a connection there. Oh well, maybe that's why I had it in claw mode only. I might have to tighten that joint up. I mean, even this one is really loose too. So, sad face on that. I mean, they could have done a better job. They could have made that joint something better. Let's see if I can get it to squeeze shut at all. Probably not. Well, that helped a little, but it's never gonna work right, guys. I'm sorry. It's just way too loose. So you get that, and you get this cool spike that pops out right in the middle, just like that. It looks like a beam saber. It's not. It's just meant for spiking things to death. And it does get a tiny bit of articulation, so he can claw out like this. And it does attach to the arm on the back side, just like that. So he can claw things to death. And of course, that's where everything falls apart, sadly. So that's why it stays in shield mode. And you can see in here I had to paint some of that just to get the effect just right. And of course we looked at the gun already. It's just a cool little like dual machine gun. That's pretty neat. Now he does have one or two other thingies. You get this cool little attachment. We will use this in transformed mode. Set that aside. We also get this. It's a new set of hips, also for transform mode. You'll see that in just a minute. And we get an open slapping right hand. I don't know why you would want the right hand for this because you need to hold the gun. But it is what it is. It's just another hand. At least they actually give you another back for it. I do appreciate that. Alright, now I'm going to take this off just for the time being and transform it back to shield mode because it's annoying me. Okay. There we go. I'm just going to leave it in shield mode forever, guys. Okay, so shield mode, there. Now, you got to take him off the stand, set the stand aside, because we're going to switch that out with a different stand in a minute. Alright, so go ahead, pop off the hands. And then since we're here, I'm going to go ahead and remove the pistol grip from the hand, because you're not going to need it for this. You actually need this part, and it's just going to plug into the gun just like that. Set that aside. Now we'll come down here, flip that up, go ahead and pull off the leg, or separate it completely as it was trying to do. Pull off both the leg. Oh, by the way, he has beam sabers right in here. I forgot to point it out, but he does not come with the blades, so pointless. Alright, now for the legs, kind of turn that sideways and pull off the hip connectors. because I already showed you, it comes with a new set of hips for this. So like this, and then you mount these in a very odd sideways formation, like this. Wait, did I get that right? Hold on, I gotta look at it. Nope, upside down. So you gotta look at these things sometimes. Okay, hold on. Let me figure out. Okay, that's the right leg. That goes like that. That goes like that. We'll probably end up having to fix this later. We will see. So, I mean, this is the part where you gotta kind of parts form this guy separately. Yeah, it kind of sucks, but it is what it is. Okay, so you flip that down, flip that down, flip that down, and rotate it totally this way. And then you push the wings kind of halfway back, I think it was. So rotate all the ankle, down, down, flat. Turn that back. I mean, you can put it back all the way, but that's not the right look. Straighten the legs out, kind of like that as best you can. Just sort of tweak it. Okay. And then this just goes right back over where the other one was. So now he's doing frog legs, I guess. It's realistically what he's doing. Okay, now gotta remember where I'm going from here. Turn those down, pop it off, whatever. Okay, may as well transform the head. So the little bitty fin on the back of the head, you push that back just a little bit. You turkey neck the head forward and then lean it back. Come back here to this area, separate the front and the rear, lay that down. Oh, push the clavicle fins back, and now you want to feed this right through that hole, just like that. Yay? Yay. Okay. Make sure that's down kind of snug. Now you do get some more clavicle fins, but this time they're mounted on the weird cockpity area. Okay, now for the shoulders, I gotta remember how this goes. I think you can turn the arms this way. Yeah, it helped if I was looking at the instructions, which are laying like right there. Okay, now the way the shoulders do. Let's see here, where is the? There it goes. Okay, so there's a little clippy sort of holds the entire shoulder armor together. You just gotta flip it. Now, which way does this go? Up. Yeah, it goes this way. Now there are two little clips on each shoulder armor. You gotta flip those up, and they will tab right into that groove right there. So once you have the shoulder unclapped from the armor, you do this number right here, and then we'll also do the the shoulder shield. Words, guys, I can't think of words. All right, now this is actually one of the dumb parts. You got to split the claw just a little to go around the little wingy. So kind of like that, if you can see, just like that. Okay. I do believe these just go straight back. Let me get this other shoulder transformed, just like that. Clip it in, rotate that down, hands pointed the way they point. Now you can keep the feet straight, which I think is really what you're supposed to do. These aren't supposed to be perfectly forward. I think they're kind of like that. Rotate. I need to make sure where those, yeah, those rotate backwards. Okay. Oh, wait a minute. What? That doesn't make any sense. Hold on. That's supposed to be like that. With these facing the... I might have these on backwards, guys. Hold on. Let me pull these off. I'm looking at the diagram on the thing. And the diagram shows them like this, which makes sense. Oh, by the way, there is a sticker right there. I totally forgot about it. It's like a deep metallic black green color that they have on all these guys. Oops, that one doesn't want to peg in there. That's weird. I wonder how long I've had those wrong. And this is cool. You can actually see where the back of the GN drive is like that. Let me double check my wing placement. I think it's right. Just kind of tilt it back just a little. You think they would put a stop on it so it like wouldn't go past the point where they really want it to stay. Now we go back to the gun, and we are going to turn it to face the correct direction, and then it'll tab in just like so onto the forearm, and there you have the gun, you know, in a nice usable position. And I'll bring out another stand here. Now it just plugs into the same crotch hole but through the new hip thingy. And here we have Kyrios in his flight mode. Now I'm going to pull back a little bit and raise the tripod so we can look at this guy, because now it is different in stuff. I mean, it's very obvious that this was once a Gundam, I think. But it's pretty cool. It's a little floppy, not gonna lie. This little leg wants to not cooperate. But this thing is fairly cool and very sleek. I mean, look how thin that is. It has almost no side profile, which, you know, realistically, that would make it very, very stealthy. And look at it, very, very pointy, angular. And of course, underneath, you definitely have a Gundam hiding. But that is what it is, you know. A lot of times, that's just what you're gonna get, guys. Let me see here if I can pull this up just like that. Okay, so that's going to be the final wing position right there. It seems silly, but it's one of those things where, like I said, they should have put a lock in there if that's the actual angle they wanted you to go at. Now, this is a cool angle because you definitely see the thrusters. Now, this thing was incredibly fast, very high speed, lightweight, basically vehicle mode, because it would just fly around the battlefield killing everything. It's pretty awesome, actually. I wish I could get it. I need to get one of the other stands. Well, I have one here, but hold on. Let me play with this for a second. I do have one of the other stands handy. Handy stand. Okay. Tuck that right in there. Maybe we can get some dynamic poses. It's not going to be perfect, guys, but I can probably do some slightly better poses now. See, this is a problem. That is just not a great hook and clasp system there. It just always wants to fall apart. And that's not on me. That's a bad design by Bandai. Sorry. So now we can actually reposition it just a little bit. Like I said, the stand is not made to go this direction. You kind of have to have it facing the right way. I like that it's got the gun just hanging off the side there. We can also, well, if it's a different, once again, different stand, different position, you could actually angle it really good. I do have it on a different stand in the display, so it can actually do things a little bit differently. Let's see here, tilt it forward just a little, maybe play with it. There we go. It's a little difficult, but it's fun. I like this thing. Now I display all of the flyer suits in their flight mode. It's pretty cool. We'll be taking a look at the rest of Alleluia's suits as we go. This is, of course, the starting point. I really hope you dig this kit and these Gundams. I love 00. I love the earlier designs, and I also really love the way they evolved. That's why I kind of do this series, so you can see, of course, how these Gundams evolved over time. So this one is really cool and a great starting place. The only thing I don't like is the kind of parts forming, but it is what it is. So, alright guys, I will talk to you guys next time. I hope you enjoyed this review. Check out all the other 00 reviews. If you like IBO and any of the other Gundam kits that I've built, give those a like, maybe even throw in some comments, because I like hearing from you guys. I like to communicate with y'all. You know, we're up to 50 subscribers right now, so that's pretty awesome. I want to keep the community growing. Maybe by beginning of next year we can have 100 or so. That would be really, really awesome. That's the next goal, guys. Let's hit 100. All right, so that's it for this review, and I'll talk to you guys later. Remember to always keep on building.